Welcome to East Coast LQ Today, we don't have our names up. What did you do to the thing, Bumpy?
You broke it.
Oh, sorry. We did an off-air one night.
Well, today we're doing another episode of Rate That Beer. This is episode 39. Let's get our names up here.
You keep going. I'll find it and put it up.
Okay. Yeah. So, pretty much just review any beer. I do have 3 to go through. Started off somewhat earlier, so, because this might take me a while, especially if we got other people reviewing beers. But yeah, I'd like to thank the panel that's with us tonight. Now that the names are fixed, we got Bumpy Road Brews.
You don't know who I am without the names?
No, so the people know.
Oh.
And then we got Chatty-O. Cheers, guys. All right, cool.
Cheerios.
Cheers.
So yeah, we'll get started, and we will do some beer reviews.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, miscellaneous. Definitely come up, review a beer with us. That'd be cool. Hell yeah. We'll start with Bumpy. So cheers, Bumpy. What do you got?
Cheers. All right. I got one that was gifted to me from John and Nellie. So it was my Merry Christmas gift from Treehouse. And it's called I'm Dreaming of a Hazy Christmas. That's a beautiful treat. I wish that we could get some nice ornaments like that. Mm-hmm. Different colored hops. I think I'm going to start looking for them. Maybe I'll go to the Christmas tree store, see if they have them. Then you got that poser Santa Claus dude. This is an American double IPA. They're calling it at 7.9% ABV. It was canned 10 days ago. So pretty fresh. Give it a pour into #proper glassware. All right. It's got a kind of off-white, creamy colored head. It's frothy on top. It is a milky and murky. It's like a diarrhea orange color. I don't know.
Yummy.
It's slightly brown, but kind of orange too. Pumpkin puree. There we go.
There you go. That sounds a lot better than the first one.
Yeah. So keep going here or what?
We'll go back to you. We'll present, pour them up. All right. We'll move on. Chatty-O. Cheers.
I regret to inform you, I'm down to 2 beers left in my fridge. So what the hell?
Unacceptable.
Yeah, I know. Well, Ricky came over yesterday like a freaking wrecking ball and drank it all. So I have Shiner Holiday Cheer. It is ale brewed with peaches and pecans, 5.4% ABV, and they know me. Those Texas folks know twist offs are the way to go. And mine is not diarrhea orange. It is more of a kind of darkish ale color, a little almost brown. Nice. Cheers.
Cheers. Nice. Yeah, I've had that beer. Not this year, but I've had it before. What you got, Mr. Lynch? Cheers, bro.
Cheers. All right, so I got something here out of Atlanta, Georgia. I believe this is Best By date of 12/17/24, so we're right at about the 3-month mark. This is from Sweetwater 420. It's a new product that I've seen on the shelves. It's called their Gummies Tropical IPA. I'm calling it a hazy double. It's coming in at 9.5% ABV. They got the big old 19.2 there. Traditional stovepipe. I can dig it. Yeah, I have no idea. I saw you were doing Rate That Beer. I'm like, fuck
it. Real nice, Sam. Real nice.
I tell you what, that don't look hazy to me. Maybe. Definitely got a dirty glass. Lots of head. I guess it is a little hazy. I don't know.
Nothing in the future.
Meh. I don't know. Nice 3-finger head. It's like a
Thinking American.
golden honey color. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Are they adding anything to it, or are they just using hops?
What
do they call it? Tropical gummy?
Just bursting with tropical and citrus flavors.
Oh, okay.
Not a clue. They're not too. I haven't seen too many like adjunct products from them.
I don't know if I get Sweetwater stuff. I might. All right. Cheers.
That's it. Cheers. Man.
Cheers.
Nice. All right. So the first beer I'm going to be doing is Lawson's Finest Liquids. Their Mad River Maple Ale. It says straight from the Green Mountains to your head. Now, I've seen this before. I've been wanting to try it. It is just realized that I got 2 decent ABV beers. This one's 8%. Nice little description on the side. Not going to read all that. Canned on date 10/17/23. So let's crack this open. And it was $4.50 for a can. Get my Trillium snifter here. It's more a nice amber color. Amber, good amount of clarity through it. Slight haze. It's also could be a lot of the like chilled haze, but yeah, nice effervescence going up through the center there. Poured like beige finger, kind of creamy frothy looking head on top. Looks pretty nice. So cheers, guys. See what this is all about. Next time around, we'll go back on to Bumpy. All we can do is review.
Yeah. All right. So head it's got a ring around it still, leaving some nice lacing on the glass. There's something wrong with this glass. I either got to trash it or find some way to. I mean, it's been cleaned multiple times. It always gives off this metallic note anytime I have a beer in it. I get some weird metallic note, and it's coming from the damn glass. Because it's only seems to be like I have that problem with this glass pretty much every single time.
Treehouse glass.
So out of it, besides the metallic note, because I had to make sure that it wasn't coming from the beer, so I started smelling the can. The can smells a little bit different than what I get out of the opening of the glass, plus having to counterbalance getting away from that metallic type note. But mostly what I get out of the open glass is like an apricot type smell. Kind of apricot and maybe a little bit melon like as well. Out of the can, I start smelling the can. There is the apricot, not so much melon, but I do start to get this kind of like citrusy note that smells a lot like a lemon lollipop. So it's like a candied lemon with the apricot. So cheers.
Cheers, Bobby.
Yeah, there's kind of a slight graininess to the malt presence on the beer right up front. Do get a bit of the kind of apricot type note. There's also kind of a spice note. I'm going to try it out of the can.
What are the hops?
It doesn't say it on the can, so I have no clue.
Unreal. Probably a giant description about Santa Claus and no information on the beer.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Do they have a good description on the side?
No, there's nothing. It's just a picture.
Oh, I think that's right. Some beers they do that with. I remember I got a couple cans by them that didn't have really much of anything on them.
Yeah.
Weird sometimes. What location did he get that from? Do you know?
Tewksbury. But it says from the Charleston.
Oh, it's brewed at Charlton?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What was the name of it? I'm gonna look it up.
I'm dreaming of a hazy Christmas.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so it's got a bit of that kind of apricot flavor, maybe a little bit kind of more towards melon. I'm not getting the lemon that I could get in the aromas from the can. There is quite a bit of this kind of like it's earthy toned and kind of piney on the finish. Bitterness is climbing, so I'd say it's moderate to moderately high on the bitterness. It's got a fairly smooth mouthfeel. Carbonation is in the medium realm. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of backbone from the malt. It's just kind of grainy to me. Maybe a little bit of cracker type note, but mostly grain. So no real heavy sweetness coming from that to counterbalance the bitterness that it has on the finish. So this one's a bit out of balance. They do consider a American double IPA, ABV at 7.9%, so basically 8%. Yeah, it drinks like about an 8%er. The heft and everything from the body. There's no warming in the chest or any alcoholic type notes. But that's that. I'll rate that beer when we get back around to it.
All right. Nice. Cheers, Bobby.
Cheers.
My shoulders
Did
already.
you find out anything about the beer?
Yeah. Yep.
What are the hops?
Hold on. It's got Beer Man on the label. Hold on. Here. Look at Beer Man. Amarillo and Citra.
Okay. Does it say what they get for flavor notes?
Probably.
Includes honey. What?
Pouring a hazy orange color on the glass, it carries notes of honey-eyed orange. Oh, honeyed orange. Honey-eyed.
I got candied
Honeyed
lemon. So.
Unfiltered honey and zesty grapefruit. It is a genuinely novel flavor profile.
Nice.
That is sure to delight your senses, Bumpy. Are your senses delighted?
It's one of those ones that Treehouse seems to just make real rapidly. It's not one of their like, doppelganger or Julius or
How is it a Christmas beer?
green.
Unreal. Treehouse just putting a season or picture on anything.
Yeah, it's probably leftover beer from Halloween.
Relabel it.
You never know.
Check to see if it's got two labels on it.
They're wondering.
Alright. I'm just kidding. All right, we'll move on to Chatio. Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
Hey, my hair, where'd it go? It's gone. Took care of it myself today. No one was around to help me cut my hair, and I said, "Fuck it, let me try." I think you do all right. So the Shiner holiday cheer with pecan and peaches, and with it, I've got pecans straight from Mexico. So that's kind of cool. I'll snack on those in a little bit. But aroma.
Was that a pecan or an acorn? How big was that?
These are pecans.
Those are pecans. Yeah, it's like 1.5 pounds.
They're expensive.
I know. Yeah, Fernando's family owns a farm, so he's like, they said they had a rough year, but he's able to get some for us. So it's pretty good. All right. The beer?
What the heck is Joey talking about?
I don't know. Nice.
It wasn't bad. These.
No, it's a former Brown player, I think. All right, to the beer. I'm getting the peaches, but it's artificial. They're super sweet smelling. It just smells like extract. Not getting any of pecans, but I don't really think they have much of an aroma. It's more of a flavor. Yeah. Godspeed. Let's get into it.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, Chetio.
Ah, yeah. Wow. Not one of my favorites. Somehow I stomached the other 5, but yeah. Just the peaches are not like a natural peach. It's not like they use actual peaches. It's a peach
it's a sweet. I think that beer was pretty sweet from what I recall.
It's very sweet and it's just artificially flavored.
Yeah, I reviewed it 2 years ago. So
yeah, not getting the pecans, but man, I may wake up with a hangover just from this one. It's so sweet. But yeah,
I thought I liked
a lot to talk about that one. Yeah, absolutely artificial. Leave tasting not very good, man. Not good. Cheers.
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 That's unfortunate.
Well, that's unfortunate, Jenny. I don't know. I think I liked it, but that was also 2 years ago. So I don't know. Maybe the recipe's still the same. Mine was out of a can. What was yours? A bottle?
Bottle.
Yeah. So I don't know how much of a difference that makes, but all right. Move on to miscellaneous. Cheers.
All right. I gotta remember how to do this shit again. It's been a while. So yeah, head died down. Did throw some lacing up. I did find a little bit more information on this product. So what they're saying, their double IPA combines passion fruit, pineapple, and tangerine. Citra hopped only is what they're saying. Malt bill 2-row, malted wheat, and oats. Their flavor profile is pineapple, tangerine, and passion fruit. Yeah. Especially, it says here something about pina colada and freshly squeezed orange juice. I don't know. Yeah. They said the beer is not too bad looking. I don't know if I'd say that's a hazy. It's almost got that.
Well, I got American.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Aroma wise, I was getting a pretty good, like, pithy grapefruit. I get like a candy, like citrus, like a lemon lime. It's not really dank. It's 33 IBUs on this, so I was kind of nervous when they said with no trace of bitterness. I don't know. I haven't been super impressed with anything from Sweetwater except for their 420 series, but yeah, let's give it a shot. How did I pay for that? $2 and change, $3. Cheers. Let's try it.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Please be delicious, as Alex says.
And creamy.
Hopefully it's not. Well, I guess so. You're saying it's
They weren't lying when they said no trace of bitterness. This almost reminds me of like one of those 0 IBU beers. Anyway. It is thin-bodied, but the flavor sticks around. When I first opened this too, I forgot on the aromas, I did get some kind of like gummy tropical candy type note to it, but that dissipated. This is very, very much fruit forward beer. Body's, like I said, body's thin. Citrusy grapefruit. There is a sweetness to it. It's not overly sweet. It's dry, but it's not at the same time. I don't know. You kind of get that dry feeling, but your palate's still pretty moist. Easy drinking beer. 9.5%. If somebody poured this for you, you'd probably think you were drinking a session. The alcohol is well hidden in this compared to some of the Voodoo Ranger stuff I've had at this ABV.
Cheers, Levi.
I'd say if you're really not into bitter anything, this might be up your alley. I feel
What's
like
the ABV on that?
9.5%.
9 and 5. Yeah, that's
It's a
pretty
pretty
good.
good sized beer for, and I'm really like not getting any out. Like it's
Is that stovepipe or whatever they call it? Yeah.
Yep. 19.2. They only sell it in 12-ounce cans and 19.2s. It's all right. I couldn't imagine maybe trying this 2 weeks out instead of 3 months in. This could have been something really good, but I mean, as it sits now, it's not bad. Would I buy it again? Probably not, but not bad. Not mad. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, bro.
This is definitely a good start to the night. I'll tell you that.
All right.
Damn it, Tanner! Stop stealing my jokes.
What did I say?
Huh?
I don't know what's going on. Oh,
He's over there in his cage.
you're on my thing. That's why.
I know. I realized it after.
All right. Mad River Maple. I've been wanting to try this for a while now. Nose. There's definitely maple syrup, but it's not too crazy on the maple. There's a good amount of like caramel malt as well, but it definitely smells very sweet. Slight hint of breadiness, but I'm really not getting much of like any other fruity floral other than maybe like dried fruits, like a raisin in there. It's definitely very overpowering. It's more sweet caramel malt and maple syrup forward. Like that breadiness is just kind of trying to come through, but definitely more malt forward. And it is pretty fresh too. 10/17/23. Yeah. Let's dive in and try this out. This is 8%. Definitely not getting any of that ethanol on the nose, so that is good. It also makes me believe that this is going to be pretty sweet. On the side of the can, it says where is it?
It's just an ale.
With a slightly sweet finish. So
This is it's just classified as what style?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up on Untapped. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Yeah, it just says maple ale on it. Well, cheers.
All right, I got you.
Cheers.
It's definitely not bad. It's a lot more roasty on the palate than you would expect. There's a little bit of like some dark chocolate and coffee in there. The maple does come through, but you get like maple kind of brown sugar. There's a good amount of heat. I've been drinking the hams, and this is like 5-something, 4.7. But then you move on to this, and this is 8%. You can definitely feel it in your chest a little bit.
It's an American Amber / Red Ale.
Yeah. Lots of malt again. Caramel malt. The maples, I would say on the finish, it does linger. You are left with a little bit of like a dry, astringent bitterness. You get a little bit of that kind of like boozy bite on the back end. It's actually not as sweet as I thought compared to the nose. I kind of like the fact that it has a little bit more of those roasty notes. But as far as the maple syrup, it doesn't seem like they're using, a river of maple syrup. I don't know. It's more malt forward, bready. Maybe it is because it is kind of fresh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this. I thought it would be a lot better. Definitely just kind of getting the harsh notes out of it, but it's not a terrible beer. 8%, definitely. It's a sipper. It's a sipper for sure. But yeah, I'll sit and sip on this for a little bit longer. Let you know what I think about it next time around. Maybe I'll pick up a little bit better flavor notes. Right now, I'm getting a lot of just malt and booze on the back end. So
They have a triple version of that at 12%.
yeah,
Believe it or not.
jeez, it's like probably drinking fire. All right, move back on to Bumpy. Bumpy, you can go over your score. Final thoughts on the beer you got. Cheers, bro.
Yeah. Well, first off, I'll do final thoughts on the beer I got. I think that it's. I mean, it's only 10 days old. So I think that it's one of those issues where it's super fresh. So it definitely has like that higher bitterness. Definitely has that kind of grassy and piney bite. So I think if this one mellowed out a little bit more, I think some of the lighter tones would be more present in it. Yeah, I think for what it is right now, I'm at like a 40. I'd be at like a 41 out of 50. So I think it's very good, but it's bottom end very good. And that's for the tree houses. I'm dreaming of a hazy Christmas.
So it's more
And
of
it's
like,
much better out of the can than out of this glass.
so it doesn't
Something
feel like a
like
Christmas
glass.
dream drinking it.
What's that?
Doesn't feel like a Christmas dream.
No.
That company's dealing with a bunch of controversy right now, too. All their investors want to know where all their money is.
Dreaming of a hazy non-lawsuit. I don't know.
They're getting sued. Did you even hear about that?
Oh yeah. And in other news, give you no for Bumpy.
Yeah. It's at 41.
Oh, 41. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Bottom end, very good.
Bottom end. Unreal. I just want
So it
to
could go up, I think, with a little bit of time.
announce,
It could probably be around that 42.5 range.
and I just want to announce that Josh is probably drinking white gloves right now.
Probably.
He's drinking that blackout stout.
All right. Cheers, Bobby.
Daddy White Girl
Sure.
Wasted.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. So, Shiner, Holiday Cheer, steer clear. There's better Christmas beers out there.
Wow. All right, Dr. Seuss, calm down.
So, yeah. I'm going to take Bumpy's score and double it. I'm giving this an 82. It's not terrible.
82?
82.
You said it was terrible?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a good score for me.
I know. I'm being very nice. Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
I'm being naughty. Well, not right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh, drink that whole thing. Come up and I'll shout you out while we're at it.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Cheers, Chatio. All right.
All right. Final thoughts on this. Jesus. All right. So when I see a can like this, and I see it's a hazy double, that's not what I'm expecting.
Oh.
Typically. I mean, now seeing it from like what hop, it's just what did I say it was? Strata.
Does it have like the mango gummy or like the peach gummy kind of note on the back end? Because it says gummies on the can.
I could smell it initially when I opened it a bit. But like I said, this beer is probably 3 months out. Yeah, it's a Citra. It's the only hop they use in this is Citra. It's 2 malted wheat and oats. And I will say this. If that's all they used was the Citra in this, They pulled some pretty decent flavors out of it. I'll give them that. That being said, it's a little thin-bodied. Is it velvety smooth, like they say? Yeah, it's a little bit on the watery side, but it gives you that alcohol dry, but your palate's not like it doesn't dry off. The flavors sit, they meld on the palate. I honestly could use some bitterness with this beer, in my opinion, because it says 33 IBUs and they say with no bitterness at all. It kind of draws me back. I've had a few beers where they're like, oh, they're 0 IBU beers. And it reminds me of that territory. I mean, 6 Point, I've had one from 6 Point. That's that company on the west coast of Florida, Hidden Springs. I've had a few 0 IBU beers. It's very reminiscent of that. The more that it's warmed up, some of the flaws have come out. This beer is definitely older. I get a slight tea flavor from it, you know. And I'm coming back in baby palate, boys. So, like I said, if I would have got this fresh, maybe 1 month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks in, I could see this being a much better product than the one I'm drinking on right now. Flavor-wise, not bad. Overall, like I said, I don't believe I would buy this again. Maybe say you've seen it and it was in date and you wanted to get your night started off right, you could hit one of these. I think this might be something like Leprechaun TV would like, you know, people that are more into that tropical instead of the bitter IPA type feel. But it's not bad, but it's not great. Like I said, I probably won't ever purchase this product again. Solely based on this one can. Like I said, if I saw it and it would have been on the shelf for 2 weeks, I'd buy a can in that regards to try it super fresh. But like I said, this is a mass. It's a macro craft company. They're owned by that cannabis company, Tilray, out of Canada, who's bought up a bunch of stuff recently. So, me, honestly, I'm going to stick this at a 78.
78.
This is way better than the Blueberry Braggot.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
That Flying Dog Blueberry Braggot, it was like 16.5%, which is a braggot it's a beer blended with mead.
What was
it's a recognized beer style by the BJCP, the braggot. It's a very off the wall style that is probably near dead in this country.
What was the blueberry beer we had at Beer Tour Palooza, Bumpy? What was it? The Wizard of Oz? Was that the blueberry one?
Oh, the Wizard of
Yeah.
That Founders that everybody hates.
It was like
for John and Ellie. John's
it was like waxy. It was gross.
Everybody said it was nasty.
I didn't mind any of
it was
those really bad beers. They all.
It was like really, really, really like bitter and like waxy and like metallic kind of. I don't know. There was something off about it. Well, cheers, Miss Lance.
I'd like to skull that. I'm not gonna because it's 9.5. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Yeah. Well, apparently we've had a few duds tonight so far. I mean, it's not terrible. It is really boozy.
I didn't have high hopes for that shit, regardless.
I feel like it needs a little bit more sweetness. I feel like it needs a little bit more of the maple to shine through, actually. They're putting maple all over it. I'm getting more caramel. I'm not getting a lot of the maple syrup. They're using maple syrup. Straight from the Green Mountains. Yeah, it says loaded with 100% pure Vermont maple syrup. Or maybe it's just the booze. I don't know. I feel like if they lowered the ABV or bumped up the maple syrup.
What if you think if they just changed it style-wise and like brown aled it with maple syrup?
I mean, I like the concept of it. I like maple beers.
I do too, but I'm saying if you had the brown ale.
Yeah, even if it was like 7.5. What are you saying? Doing like more like a brown ale style?
with the
The
maple.
amber.
Amber's hard.
I think they do. I think a lot of people do maple browns, which come out really good. I'm pretty sure I've had a maple brown.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is, what do you say, maple amber? It's like an amber ale, right?
That's it. It's an amber / red ale is what they're
Red ale, yeah,
specifying.
and then
They're
there's
on
maple syrup
Beer
to it.
Advocate and Untapped.
And it's freaking 8%, which is kind
Out
of
of the style
so
guidelines.
imperial red ale.
Yes.
Which is like pushing strong. What's the strong ale? Because that's pretty much pretty close to a amber, but higher ABV. Probably different yeast, I'm assuming too, right? Bumpy.
An amber versus a strong ale.
Yeah,
I don't know what yeast they use.
but it's pretty much, as long as like flavor profile.
Yeah,
They're very similar. But no, yeah, I think most of those are like 9.5. This is still that just lower ABV, or not, not 10, but lower if it was imperial. So it's pretty much like an imperial red. I'm gonna give it like 80. To be fair, I kind of want to give it like a 78, but I'm gonna go 80. So like,
Come hang out with me at 78.
definitely not what I expected. I thought it was gonna be a super sweet bomb. It's 8%. It just seems like there's like a little bit of like an astringent bitterness. The maple syrup isn't really coming through enough for me. The ABV's definitely more prominent. It's kind of hard to sip on. But yeah, I mean, would I buy it again? Probably not. What's their Sip of Sunshine? That's a good beer. I'd recommend that. Had high hopes for this, so I was disappointed. Yeah. Does anybody else have another beer that they want to review? I mean, we can move on. I have another beer that I can.
I do. I got one, at
I
least
have
one.
another beer.
Well,
I got some liquor, but I'm probably gonna do that on different.
Who wants to do another review?
Me, and Bumpy.
So so if Bumpy was first for the other one, we'll go back to Bumpy then. All right. Cheers, guys. What's up, miscellaneous?
I might slide out, boys.
Oh, you're.
No worries, man.
perfectly
Always
fine
good
to
to
hang
see
if
you.
you want. I don't care if you want to hang. You're good, Bumpy. Cheers, bro. What do you got?
cheers. I'm smelling my glass, making sure it doesn't smell funny. Changed glasses. Well, cheers, miscellaneous. If you do head out, good to see you review a beer again.
Yeah, definitely.
You're gonna go hang out with Blast Beer and Sam.
I'm not dead yet. Fuck that. I'm going live. I'm going live.
This one's from Jester King. They're out of Austin,
boy.
Texas. This is Black Metal. It's an Imperial Stout. Comes in at 9.3% ABV.
Is that the guy from Kiss?
Black Metal Imperial Stout brewed and packaged in Austin, Texas by Jester King Brewery. Time, place, people, PKGD. Oh, back. Oh, all right. That was continuing the packaged on November 2nd. So it's a little over a month and a half. Where are we at? Yeah, something like that. So let's go ahead and crack this open because it gives no other information on it, like what hops are used or anything.
Isn't that your arch nemesis company from Texas when you went there?
What, when we drove all the way there and they were closed?
Well, I thought you said you had some, but you were just kind of like, meh.
I had, yeah. Well, everything. That's the problem. Was pretty much most of the items I was buying from Specs or whatever down in Texas. The product was like old, so the actually it was HEB. I thought the best looking at, and these. I mean, they were like saisons and things, but
stuff that
yeah, they were like 2 to 5 years old. So one of the items was really good. It was the Saison that was a couple years old, and the other one was kind of bad. It actually,
I remember when you went there, I'm like, yeah, you had all this Jester King, and you're like, it's all the reviews are kind of like, all right.
so this is
You got
True.
that local?
Yep. We started getting Jester King up here, so
Son of a bitch.
I had a few of the what's the hell are they called? The farmhouse ales that they make sent up this way. So I've had a few of them, and those have both been good. So here we go. So this pours with a very dark mocha head. It's kind of a sudsy head though. The color of the beer itself, I mean, there's some reddish brown hues down at the bottom, but it's pretty much black, just pitch black, like the name, black metal. So there you go. That's my second beer, and
Nice.
I'll get into everything in a bit.
All right. Cheers, Bubby.
Sure.
So I just wanted to show this. So this was Chatio's beer. It's on the Shiner website. Says our favorite Texas holiday tradition is back for another year. Be sure to share the gift of beer brewed with local peaches and pecans with friends, family, and yourself too. Pick up a pack before the elves drink it all.
They can have them all. They can have the entire bag.
You gonna fight the elves, Chatio, for the beer?
Hell no, they can have it all themselves.
First brewed 2010.
I'll put all of them on
4
the shelf.
ABV, 22 IBUs, available in bottles and cans.
Yep.
So that was Chatio's beer.
Until I chugged it, and I'm like, I'm done with this thing.
You only got one more, huh?
I'm looking at it sitting on top of my coffee table right in front of me. I could always go to my cellar and just pick something up. I don't have shit to do this week or next week for work.
Oh, and here's Miscellaneous's beer.
I will after this. Yeah, I've seen
What's
those.
happening? Whose mic is doing that? Someone's like hitting their mic.
Might have been me, sorry.
Oh. Sweetwater Gummies Tropical IPA, double IPA. Miscellaneous.
Yeah, get your mic out of your pants.
Combines passion fruit, pineapple, and tangerine to create a tropical medley reminiscent of a refreshing pina colada and freshly squeezed orange juice. With no trace of bitterness and a velvety body, you might mistake this for a tropical cup.
78, boy.
9.5% ABV, 33 IBUs. Malt bill, 2-row,
That's
malted
light.
wheat and oats. Citra, hops Citra, it's NA dry hop, so not dry hop.
Not available.
Flavor profile, pineapple, tangerine, passion fruit.
Like I said, this if I have one person in mind I would recommend this to, I don't know if they get it, but Lep would be somebody that would probably drink on this. Because he was hitting on those new Belgiums, those 9.5s, and he was digging them because they don't have they're not bitter, and I was like, this I could definitely see this being something.
Me. No, Josh. Typing his life away rather than coming up and reviewing the beer with his friends. Not his friends anymore.
You guys,
Unreal.
I don't come around anymore. You got lucky.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Huh.
You guys got another beer? Chatio?
I do.
Yeah.
I got plenty of beer. I got some
You
Jack Daniels.
gonna review a Keystone?
No, I got some Jack Daniels in there. Fixing to go.
So,
Scoot out.
another one
Whiskey.
I believe this is another one of those breweries that the Marijuana Corporation up in Canada owns. It is
Breckenridge, huh?
Breckenridge, you know, vanilla porter.
Nice.
Roasted malts with notes of vanilla. 5.4% Best by February 26, 2024. So it's pretty fresh, but let's get into it. Oh. And not a proper glass. It's 222, fresh from the dishwasher. Get the last drop and land on my couch. That's what it looks like. You can see a little color coming in, a little light coming in from the bottom. Nice brown color. Fingernail head dissipating. Cheers.
Nice. Cheers.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm still drinking this. So, Bubby, if you want to review your second beer, you can.
Have you
Come
guys-
on, Tanner.
reviewed this
Slurp
on
it down.
Oh.
your yet, Tanner?
Wait, what? What did you say? Actually, no, I can. Never mind. I'm fine. I got this. What did you say, Miscellaneous?
I said, have you guys done this one on your liquor show? Yeah.
Single barrel rye. I don't know if I've seen that one, to be honest with you.
But no, we haven't. We haven't done any rye.
Yeah, definitely haven't done that one.
I got this little baby for $17.
17?
Yeah. It's only a 375.
Oh, it's the pint. That's a
That's
nice.
still not bad. That means that would
Pretty
probably be like the $20
Instead of
range.
buying the big bottle
I
and
bet
this one.
that's good. All right. Cheers, Chatty. Are you all set, bro? I'm sorry.
What
I
are you
am.
doing to
Okay.
me?
All right. We are doing Bullet Bourbon.
The green or the orange?
The red one or orange, whatever it is. The bourbon, the rye is the green one.
All right.
We'll probably do
I can get
that.
it. I can get nips. So if I remember.
Yeah, that's why we chose it because you can get it. You can get it in like 50 milliliters. You can get it in.
I got the 375.
You can get it in like
I can get those too.
3.7. I know you can get it pints in 750s, and I think I've even seen them in handles. It's one of those ones that has a good variety of sizes.
The special ones, they have I'm not sure what it was single barrel ones. I don't know.
Nice.
It was more pricey, but they came with a little orange scarf.
Hey, if you want that big deck energy like fucking Ronald Sutton.
So, I too have a porter, Chatty-O.
Nice.
I have this is actually local to me. This is from Foolproof Brewing Company. This is their Vanilla Espresso Rain Cloud. So they do a peanut butter rain cloud, which is a peanut butter cup porter. This is their so it's got espresso coffee in it. Porter brewed with vanilla and espresso coffee. Good ABV too, 7.5. Pretty cool looking label. This is a 12-ounce can.
Right in the slow.
No date on it. I thought there was a date. No, maybe not. No date.
Red dot.
Brewed and canned by Foolproof Brewing Company out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island. This little can was like $2.70, so not bad. We got our Spigloo. This is like a stout glass, but works good for porters too. Let's crack it open. Coffee vanilla porter. Let's see what this is all about.
Oh, you got a little viscosity on the pour.
Yeah. 7.5, good ABV.
It's right in the middle.
Yeah. We got about a finger and a half of I'd say brown.
It's a good
Brown
looking-
head, very frothy. Holding some good retention, tight knit bubbles. Yeah, pretty much no clarity at the bottom. So let's hold up to the light. Yeah, it's definitely, I would say, black in appearance. It's more of that motor oil. Your darker looking.
Looks like
porter.
an open stout almost.
Yeah, it does. So I'm pretty sure they're using actual vanilla and espresso. So you can look it up on the website too. But yeah, so go for the nose. Oh wait, we'll go back to Bumpy. Cheers.
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 I almost went into the review.
There's tight nip.
I almost did the same thing. I'm not gonna lie.
The aromas.
I said tight knit.
Tight nip.
Unreal.
Whatever.
Mine
So
out of
the
the
aromas on this.
I'll go look
There's
at it where we'll find out.
There's a little bit of a roasty note. There's some chocolate notes in the aroma, just a little bit kind of on the darker side. There's a slight banana aroma to this too, so it kind of has like a dark chocolate covered banana with a little bit of roasty type notes. Doesn't quite go full on coffee like. Yeah, it almost smells like they're using like some type of like. I mean, they're known for farmhouse saison type stuff, so maybe they're using like a saison yeast in this. Have to look that up because nothing's stated on the can either. But that's my guess, just because the kind of stronger banana note that's coming through. Cheers.
Cheers, Bobby.
Cheers.
All right. So yeah, this is a it's got like a creamy, soft mouthfeel to it. Medium heft on the body, maybe medium full. I'll have to go back more. There is a moderate spritziness to it, carbonation. The notes that hit right up front, it's acrid. It's got this sharp, like kind of ashy, burnt note to it, right up front. So pretty dark malt notes. Probably like black patent or something being used, I would guess. Almost going to that like burnt popcorn.
Mm.
There's that banana note that does come through still. Almost like a cherry chocolate. Like a dark chocolate with like that. You get those chocolates that have the cherry syrup and stuff in them.
Bonbons or something.
Yeah. So kind of like that, but with like a really, really, really dark type chocolate. And then with banana also. But yeah, that like kind of just ashy burnt note just really hits hard. It really lingers on. That's kind of the finish. So it kind of has this bitterness along with a lot of like just darker malt bitterness. I'd say kind of earthy tone mixed in with all that.
That shit didn't keep no retention on it.
No, it's only 9.3.
Swirl it. You get any regen or anything? It just fucking fizzles right out.
Just fizzles out. Try to regen. It's taking a long time. All right, there. That's what I got back.
Gone.
Yeah, that's pretty much the stout. I mean, 9.3. Yeah, it's drinking like at least an 8% or so. There's no real alcohol flavors to it. It is filling though, very filling. Yeah, I'd say medium to medium full body. A little bit of graininess I just got there too, coming up in the finish. But that banana note holds strong. That's in the aromas and in the flavor. The darker chocolate notes. It's a lot more bitter and acrid and just charry burnt on the palate. You don't really pick that up in the aromas. Get like a roastiness out of the aromas mostly. But yeah, I'll have a score when it comes back around. Cheers.
All right. Well, cheers, Bumpy. I did find the website. What's going on? What is going on? There we go. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to read it because you guys can't see that.
No.
Black Metal, aka Iron Sword, aka Black and Death, aka Sons of Northern Darkness, aka El Martillo del Muerte, is a cool,
Fucking bro, I'm sliding out.
and punishing beer fermented by the sheer force of its awesome will. All right. Cheers, Miss Lane.
Cheers, guys. It's been great.
Brewed with Hill Country well water, Texas grown pale malt, British caramel, brown and chocolate malts, and Belgian candy sugar, and fermented in with British yeast. Did you hear that, Bumpy?
Yeah, it's got candy sugar in it, so there is that Belgian thing there. But
Yeah, Belgian candy sugar, chocolate malt, British caramel, brown, Texas grown pale malt.
all right, so it's a British ale yeast then.
Yes, British yeast. Yep.
Right.
You didn't like it?
Yeah.
Not
It's
really.
better than some stouts that I've had, but it's definitely not. It's a stouty stout for the
Yeah.
flavors. I mean, when you get into that like ash and burnt like type stuff, I mean, it's like kind of an old school, harsher stout. But I mean, it does have a banana. It definitely has a banana note. Where that's coming from, whether it's coming from the yeast or whatever else, but there's definitely a banana
boat.
Kind of like when people get banana notes out of like what is it, Miller or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Coors, maybe.
Coors. I know there's
Maybe.
one of them. Everybody's like, "Oh, there's a banana note."
All right, so for the Breck Vanilla Porter, here it is. Cheers. Aroma. Getting the vanilla, of course. Getting the roasted malts. Hey, Tommy. That smells nice. Vanilla and roasty. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Oh, yeah. Good mix, good balance between the roasted malts and the vanilla. Great for a cold night, which it definitely won't be tonight. It's still 40 degrees and it's nice out. Yeah, vanilla all the way. That's really good. Not getting any like cocoa notes or anything else from that. It's just a nice, 5.4% easy drinking porter with vanilla added to it. Yeah, very tasty. Very good. Very not independent. Cheers.
Cheers, bro. Nice. Well, I'm gonna bring us back to this for a couple minutes. I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna move on to the porter. I don't want to. I gotta get through this one. So
I just slammed that Shiner. I'm like, well,
yeah, this one was 8%. This one's 7.5.
yeah.
I haven't nosed it yet. Porter brewed with vanilla and espresso sounds good. I've been really enjoying just like the flavor of coffee. I feel like as you get older, you really start to enjoy like just coffee in general more.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been getting like cold brew and stuff, and it's so good.
I'm
Especially
straight
when
black.
it wakes you up. I feel like it kind of wakes you up faster.
Yep. Straight dark coffee. That's all I drink. Like double caffeinated.
Oh, I get cream and sugar and stuff, but
I ain't no pansy.
my regular coffee. But like I still like the flavor in like porters and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not really getting coffee from this. Like, yeah, usually porters I get like coffee or something from. I'm not
Yeah.
really getting the coffee from this one. It's not bad. I mean, grocery store has a 15 pack for these usually for 16, so you can't really beat that. And it's like a mixed pack, has the Avalanche, this, a couple other things.
Sounds like there's some good carbonation.
That was Bailey.
All right. So for the vanilla espresso rain cloud by Foolproof. Yeah, I like Foolproof. Foolproof was probably one of the like first like local craft beers that I was drinking. That peanut butter porter I really liked. Just don't see it too often anymore. You can go there and get it, of course, but their distribution isn't as I don't know. I feel like sometimes they aren't as popular as they should be. But yeah, let's go for the nose. Looks pretty good. It's got a nice thin film of like a creamy lacing on top. Let's go for the nose. I
Nosers.
believe they're using vanilla and espresso. Ooh,
Nice.
that is straight up roasted, like fresh dark coffee, like strong coffee beans. A little bit of caramel, hint of like caramel. There's like a slight sweet like cream. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like vanilla. I feel like the coffee's so strong that it kind of just definitely overpowers the vanilla note. A little bit of like dark chocolate. Some raisin there. Yeah, it's super strong. Well, they're using espresso. So espresso, what's espresso? Just kind of, it's like, that's a type of coffee.
Strong coffee.
Coffee.
Strong. So you can get like espresso shots, right?
Yeah.
And it's usually like super potent caffeine. Yeah, this is. Yeah, definitely more coffee forward. A little bit. I know vanilla is expensive. You know, vanilla beans in general are very expensive. Wish it had a little bit more vanilla on the nose. Overall, doesn't smell terrible. Lots of fresh coffee. Doesn't smell off-putting at all or anything. Cheers. Dive in, try it out.
Sure.
7.5%. This is pretty cold too. Oh yeah. 7.5% is very well hidden. It actually kind of tastes like a you know, you make some iced coffee or you get an iced coffee in the morning and you do like maybe like 2 shots of creamer and little to no sugar. That's kind of what this tastes like. Maybe like a slight and a jeez. That was Bumpy's carbonation over there. Is that Bumpy?
Yeah.
Down goes the dickle.
Had to make room for my little dickle.
Yeah, it's very coffee forward. It's like a shot, like I said, it's like a shot of creamer. Vanilla is very lackluster. It's there, it's noticeable, but definitely more coffee forward. It's got a good amount of astringency. It's got a nice bitterness. Now, if you didn't like robust dark coffee, you wouldn't like this. I'm starting to like it a little bit more. I do wish it was a little bit sweeter on the palate. I will say it is drinkable for what it is. The mouthfeel isn't as viscousy as you would expect for a 7.5% porter. It's actually a little bit thinner bodied. It's got strong flavor. Kind of leaves your mouth watering a little bit. Does have some really solid flavor.
Honestly,
yeah, overall,
like that
I
one.
feel like if I pour this in a in a glass for you, and just handed it, and you wanted a coffee or something, and you didn't know, I don't think you would be able to tell that this has 7.5% alcohol. It's very well hidden due to the amount of coffee. They loaded this up with coffee. It's got a lot of coffee, not much vanilla. Overall, a solid product for $2.70. I think this is actually pretty dang good. I believe you would be able to get. I believe you would get this. So I believe the peanut butter one was a 4-pack for maybe like $12 or something around there, 11, $12. So you figure
bad.
270 times 4, whatever that is. It's probably like $11. That would make
Yeah,
sense.
it's not bad at all.
So yeah, and they're 7.5%. So definitely, as far as a bargain goes, pretty good. As far as overall flavor / complexity, not the greatest. But like I said, vanilla beans are really expensive, so I kind of expected that it didn't have a super dominant vanilla flavor. I got to look up online to see if they're using vanilla flavoring or if they're using vanilla beans. I'm guessing they are using real vanilla beans because it doesn't say like artificial flavorings or anything or natural flavorings. Doesn't really tell you. Do they have to tell you if it has artificial flavorings in it? If they use artificial flavoring vanilla, do they have to put that on the label?
No, I don't believe so. I think they only have to put things that could like actually kill somebody if they didn't mention it, like nut allergy
Yeah.
stuff.
But label laws are weird and confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a number next time around.
People get labeled things every day.
Give me.
Cheers. Cheers, Cheryl. Good to see you.
Hey, Cheryl.
What do you guys think? We're going to go back to Bumpy. Final thoughts on your beer?
No, I don't think we're going to do that.
Nope. You're done? All right. See you later.
That good?
I do have to say, after drinking the beer and then having some of the George Dickel 8-year, I'm not sure where it came from, but there was a huge coconut presence on my palate.
Coconut.
Yeah, but it only came directly after like having the beer on my palate and then drinking the Dickel. Because now having like another swig of the Dickel, it's not there anymore.
Well, there's a good amount of things being used.
Yeah,
Beer.
So yeah, it's all right. I like the mouthfeel of it. There's the coconut again. I don't like the graininess. I don't like how like extremely charred and acrid it is. Or tannic. Is that a better which one's like the burnt flavor?
Tannic is just like overly bitter. Charred is like you're saying charred?
Yeah, it's kind of charred, burnt.
Charred is like a burnt, like toasted, roasted kind of flavor profile.
I mean, I'm saying acrid. I'm trying not to say that mouth thing, because that's more. I think there's something about that just being like a drying effect on the palate.
Astringent.
Yeah, there you go. So Acrid, I think, will work then. Yeah. So it's got like a few positives and a few more negatives that I don't really care for. About I'm gonna score it I'd give it a 39 out of 50. So I'm saying it's good. It's kind of mid to top range good.
Who's on the front of the label? Is that what guy from Kiss is that? Is that
It's not the guy from it's not Gene Simmons.
Simmons?
It's somebody else said that it looked like some band. I can't remember.
Kiss?
No, they said
I
it
know
would
what you're
look like
talking about. Like I can't remember the band name, but yeah, they also wear black eyeliner.
yeah.
What do you mean?
It's not
He's got the freaking whole face paint on. What are you talking?
Yeah, but he's got shoulder pads with spikes.
Yeah, that was Kiss. Wasn't that Kiss?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
They did shoulder pads with spikes.
Oh, and there's circus in the Kiss circus thing.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I don't know. I'm not a Kiss fan.
I don't really know too much.
I mean,
either.
yeah, I would kind of reason that was the first thing I thought of, like Gene Simmons, but yeah, I don't know.
39 out of 50.
Yeah,
That's fair.
You're going the wrong way, Bumpy.
that's why I had to get the George Dickel up. You just continue down that spot.
Yeah, we gotta. I know.
All right.
These two. The last can that I did was $4.50, so that was almost $5 for that. Lawson's.
So
Go back to Chatty-O.
look
Cheers.
at that. My microphone also makes a nice little stand. So I will do another beer after this. I gotta figure it out my cellar. But Breckenridge Vanilla Porter really didn't fuck up the recipe over the years. Like it's still pretty standard to what it was. I think it's a little thinner if I remember right, and that's the only difference. So it's still a 92. It's a nice, beer for sitting next to the fireplace. Nothing like overly boozy, nothing overly light, just right smack in the middle. 5.4% Breckenridge Brewery. 90.
You say 93?
2.
Oh, 92.
You had a number of that crap. Yep. All right, I'll be back.
Even numbers only. Cheers, bro. All right. Yeah, this the vanilla espresso rain cloud. If you like coffee, I think you would enjoy it. If you wanted vanilla, I think you would be disappointed. Yeah, definitely more astringent kind of roasted, potent coffee flavor. Vanilla is like the vanilla note in it is literally like they put a shot of creamer in your coffee. On the plus side, 7.5% ABV is very well hidden. It's very drinkable for a porter. The mouthfeel is, I would say, on the lighter side. Actually, no, I would say right in between. I would say medium, definitely medium, right in between. Not too filling, but also drinkable. It's got some good flavor for what it is. I'm disappointed with the vanilla. I like vanilla personally. I like creamer in my coffee. I wanted a little bit more vanilla out of it. Overall, Foolproof is a local brewery to me. I do like their stuff. I'll have to give it like a it's better than the other one. I would say like an 85 out of 100. Right, B range for sure. Mainly because 7.5%, $2.70 for a 12-ounce can. Tastes like coffee, drink it in the morning, on your day off, of course. Right, Bumpy?
Yeah, no, there's no way I'm waking up at 4 a.m. to drink a beer. Yeah.
Even if it was a vanilla porter.
Even if it's a vanilla porter, yeah. So I'm normally waking up. Normally waking up already feeling like
Oh yeah,
shit.
and your day off. Well, I like porters and stouts are a good day off. You have stuff to do around the house. Kind of sit and sip on it. You
Yeah, I
know,
don't mind hefty ones. Like this is
not
a chore to
too
kind of drink
early
this
in the
one.
day, but a little bit. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can grab a beer and it's going to last you over an hour to drink it, then I mean that's
That's what I'm saying. We're doing stuff around the house too, like chores and stuff.
because if they go down too quickly, what happens is once you crack the first beer, you just can't stop. Next thing you know, it's only quarter 11. You've already had 7 beers.
Yeah,
And you feel really bad.
get more of
taking the
those
rest of
Goose
the beer.
Islands. I really want to get more Goose Islands. I had the 2023, and then I didn't buy it. What did I have? Oh, think I had my show. Ended up doing my show. Didn't you and John review that?
Yeah.
I looked at it. I picked it up. It was $13, and I put it back. He told me about it. He told me last minute too. I was like, because I just had the 2019 Goose Island.
Yeah.
And then you were telling me how you guys were doing that, but I had already said on live that I was going to do another Rate That Beer. So,
Yeah.
but I do want to get more of those. I can't see myself paying $20-something, $20, $23, $24 for the other ones, though.
No. I have a problem with the variants. I've had the variants. I've had a couple of the variants. The cola one was pretty good from last year.
Oh, really?
The cola one was pretty good. But I had that orange midnight one from I think it was 2019. I think they came out with that one. It was 2018, 2019.
Never seen it.
It was it was there was nothing different. You pay twice the price, and it tasted more like the original than anything. There was no orange notes coming through. It wasn't even really different except for I think it was more bitter. I think it was something. It was just something a little bit off, but it wasn't pleasant and not far enough of a change from the OG. So that was a disappointment. That was my first realization that those variants can suck.
And that's crazy considering how much they cost.
Right.
Yep. Took me a minute, but I finally it's like, okay, I can have one of these for a third.
I haven't talked about my carbonation. It was very light. I got through almost the entire beer without bourbon, and now it's coming back.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes that's something that I'm not a fan of with the darker beers, the stronger beers. They're usually very light in carbonation, but very filling. So, is at a point in time where you get through a certain amount of that darker beer, and then you're like, yeah. You're like 12% stout. You're like freezing up. You're just frozen.
Yeah, because your stomach's all bloated.
Pretty much. Well, Bumpy, you want to review another beer?
No, I'm good. I'm not going to review anymore.
I'm kidding.
I got one.
He just reviewed one. I know. I'm joking.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got, Chatty? Cheers, bro.
So, we're going to the Wayback Machine. This beer was bottled 9/25/2020. Second to last bottle of the OG Maple Mackinac Fudge Founders.
Oh, wow. Alex is going to hunt you down.
I know he is.
You would say You
No,
owe
He
me
thought
one,
he thought he bought them
Chatty-O.
all.
He thought he bought them all. Yeah,
You-
I'm like, well, I got.
You owe me
Yeah,
one,
I'll have one.
Chatty-O. That's what he would say.
Yeah, well, I was getting 4-packs of these for $9.99 like last year and the year before, or maybe 2020.
I think I bought one bottle of that.
Yeah. Oh no! I hate this bottle opener. It makes it. Well, I made a mess. That's okay. Woof. All right.
Wah,
Man.
wah, wah.
Pour it up. You got another beer? Tanner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she looks like. Still looks the same, man. Yeah. That nice, thick, frothy, not really frothy, but just thick accent. The dark khaki head, darkest night beer. Cheers. I need to clean up my mess.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Kumisami.
Cheers, Chatty-O. This is actually pretty good. I still stick to my rating. Still wish there was more vanilla in it. But I think that coffee flavor is very good. It's not like a burnt coffee. Sometimes you can get a porter with a burnt coffee flavor and it's terrible.
Yeah. Terrible.
It's terrible.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
What?
Sometimes you are.
All right. Cheers, Chatty-O. Sorry.
There's
to
no,
leave
we're
you-
good. Oh, I didn't realize you saw me up at the
Yeah.
in my mess.
All right.
And send
So-
Alex this photo.
For me, last beer, I do want to say check out and subscribe to Matt at Massive Beers. Definitely a special thanks to him for gifting me this can at Beer Turapalooza. This is a pretty cool beer. It's a style that I don't drink too often. Let me pull myself up here. What am I doing? All right. This is by Jolly Pumpkin Artisan Ales. And it's Clementina Saison. It says, "This is the final stand of all I am." It is a ale brewed with lemon, lime, coriander, and salt with clementine juice added. Brewed and packaged by Jolly Pumpkin Artisan Ales, Dexter, MI. What's that? Michigan?
MI? Yeah, Michigan's
Yeah.
MI.
JollyPumpkin.com. If you want to check them out, go to that website. Cheers and mahalo plenty. It says tart and refreshing with notes of citrus in the finish. If you cut us, do we not bleed? Clementines. Oak aged, can conditioned, 5.5% ABV. So this is a beer that you can age because it's can conditioned. It says limited series wild fruited saison. And this was packaged 1/11/2022. So it does have some good age to it. It's almost 2 years old. Saisons, how long can you age them for? I'm sure there's it's not unlimited.
Depends. I mean, you got different ones. Because sometimes they're bottle conditioned.
Well, this says can conditioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do that.
I just
Same
didn't know
thing as bottle
how
conditioning.
long it'll last for.
Some of them are good. 3 years, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You get some of the other ones. They're kind of more sours, but they're still kind of saison-y. And you're looking at like 20 something years that they say they're good for. Those ones from three whatever it is.
Kiku?
Three Floyds?
No, the one that Josh always talks about.
That looks good.
Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks really nice.
Three
You got
Fontaine.
I'd say like pale straw. Good amount of effervescence. It's got some nice haze to it. Bone white finger head on top. Holding some good retention. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I like the effervescence. 5.5%. What do they say? Lemon, lime, coriander, and salt in clementine juice. See what that's all about. I'm assuming it's probably sour. Cheers. And Shadio has left the building.
Totally.
Sorry, I'm back. Nope, sorry. My cat's water fountain is making loud noises, so I need to
Oh,
put
you're
the
good,
water.
bro. You're good.
Is it really my turn to get into this
Yeah,
3-year-old nonsense?
I believe so.
All right. Well, not from the brewery, not from Founders, but craft beer, chef-driven barbecue doesn't suck. Aroma, really getting that fudge. I know they use artificial flavors, but yeah, you're really getting that fudge aroma still, and it's still retaining the head. I'm kind of surprised after 3 years, but hey, that's good. The sweet, absolutely sweetness, like it's like a brownie in a glass. It smells like. Cheers. Let's hope I don't die.
Cheers, bro.
Wow. Tastes just like it did 3 years ago. It's 11%, by the way. Meant to say that, but I didn't. Yeah, this is still, it's rich, thick, decadent, fudgy, delicious. Yeah, like the smell. It tastes just like a freaking fudge brownie. This is a very good one. I think this is one of my favorite ones that Founders has done with the KBS series. Is the Mackinac fudge. And yes, I sent Alex a picture like jealous. But yeah, I mean, it's still really good after.
For you, Shadio.
What's that?
He's coming for you, and he's going to tell you you owe him.
I owe him. Yeah, I mean, this is still just as delicious as it was 3 years ago. There's a couple others I'm like, yeah, I'll grab. Like, I wanted to do a Christmas beer, but I'm like, I kind of want to save them for next weekend. But yeah, this was a perfect grab, a perfect third beer, a perfect beer to wrap up things tonight. Yeah, it's everything I remembered it was. It's one of the most perfect beers I've ever had. Cheers. I'll be right back.
Cheers.
Cheers, Shadio. Nice. All right. So, what's that one? Here we go. Jolly Pumpkin Artisan Ales. Clementina. I will say, very cool looking can art. I do like the can art. If it'll focus.
Focus.
Very cool looking. Limited series. So I'm assuming this was for Halloween. Yeah, like I said, pale straw. In appearance. Lots of effervescence. Heads died down. Let's go for the nose.
Nosers.
That's really good, actually. That's got like a So you get the coriander is very prominent. You get the coriander that you would get with like the wheat beer. It's very reminiscent of like the wheat beer, coriander, super dominant nose. Citrusy lemon and lime, right? That's what they're using, lemon lime.
Yep.
Yeah. Lemon lime clementine blends together and it creates this really sweet citrusy nose. I wouldn't really depict one over the other. I would say that it's just kind of like a blend of citrusy aromas. It works very nice. It almost creates this like mentholated, like minty kind of vibe. They're so citrusy and sweet. A little bit of that floral grassiness is coming through. I'm getting a little bit of banana. I'm getting like a banana coriander kind of. That's different. Now, saison yeast, would that have any type of like banana notes?
It can give off some notes. Yeah, it can be funky.
It can.
It smells very sweet. It's more sweet. Like I said, it's like sweet mentholated, like a minty aroma. A very light acidity. It's not super sour, but there is a little bit of a acidic aroma. It smells very clean, 5.5%. Let's dive in and try it out. Cheers.
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 Very, very citrusy. Sour, acidic finish. Acidic finish turns into like a very dry astringency. Yes, it's very it's actually a lot more sour on the palate. It's not as sweet. A little floral, grassy. Oh, I just took a big sip. It's very tart, kind of lip puckering. You need to take a big sip. Very thin, drinkable. Oh, I can feel the acidity in my chest. It's got some good carbonation, more of a spritzy carbonation, medium going towards fuller carbonation. So lighter bodied, but a nice mouthfeel. So it's drinkable, but it has a like I said, like a sour, sweet, little bit fuller mouthfeel to it. There's that lime. It's got like lemon lime Gatorade. Lemon lime, totally lemon lime Gatorade with that sour acidity coming back around, kind of punches you in the face. The nose is very deceiving because the nose is wicked inviting. It's nice and sweet. It's got that little bit of that like menthol-y kind of cooling effect. Then you drink it and you're like, oh, that's sour. But it's also it's been in a can for 2 years. So I mean, if this has so they probably use some type of Brettanomyces, right? So I don't know how age affects. Would you say that this has the Brettanomyces, that the whatever makes it sour, right? Typically they use them like saisons, don't they use?
They'd usually say if there's Brettanomyces in there.
Oh, so probably not.
Yeah, because Brettanomyces is a bacteria.
Well, what makes a saison sour then?
Saison's just its own yeast. It gives off it can
Sour,
be
acidic note?
fruity. It can give off bubblegum notes. It can give off lemony, other citrus type notes.
So maybe it's so citrus to the point where
Spiciness.
it's acidic, right? Because citrus,
Acidic. Yeah. It can be acidic. Yeah.
citrus flavors to an extent can be very sour. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall it's pretty good. I do like it. I like the drinkability of it. 16-ounce can might be a little tough to take down after drinking, an 8% maple amber in a espresso porter, but I'll be able to get through it. I do like the flavor. Overall, it's one of those styles that I'm starting to really enjoy. Saisons, even like the farmhouse ales are pretty good too. Yeah. Go back over to Chatio. Chatio can give us the rating on the beer that he's got. So cheers.
Thank you, Chedo.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Mr. Chatio.
Chadeo or whatever he said. Yeah, I don't really know. It's so funny, but yeah, this Macrack fudge. I mean, I am definitely sipping on this. I'm savoring this because I have just one left. And I still have one left of the 2020 base in my cellar too. But I thought I had two. I was just going to grab that. And I'm like, wait, I only have one. Because I think I have the 22 coffee in there. But yeah, Macrack fudge holds up over a few years, which is good to know because I'm definitely going to send on that last bottle for another year or two. I mean, hell, I may just hold on to it for 2025. Like 2 years, I'd drink it. Just to be like, see what it tastes like 5 years after it was brewed and bottled. But yeah, the Mackinac fudge, maple. Sorry, there's maple in there too. Maple Mackinac fudge. It's outstanding. Get ready. I hope your seats are still because I'm about to give an Alex score. You ready? 99. And it's exactly what I rated it 3 years ago. I gave it a 99 out of 100 3 years ago, and I still might go still for what I look for in an imperial stout of this type with like these adjuncts. It checks every box off. It's a 99 out of 100. Cheers.
Cheers,
Daniel. So you're looking at, is this the same one?
That's the new. That's just the one they produce all the time. This was part of their special edition. But yeah, it's the same thing. 11% IBUs. Maybe it's that. I don't know.
45% great beer.
100. Yeah.
Michigan didn't invent old-fashioned fudge, but it was perfected here. It's a strong statement. We pay tribute to this time-honored tradition with KBS Maple Mackinac Fudge by amplifying the rich chocolate notes of KBS using Mackinac Fudge coffee, then adding maple syrup and aging it in oak bourbon barrels. We created a bold new take on our barrel-aged classic, one that could only have originated in Michigan. Sounds good. I don't know if I've had that one.
Did I say Rate Bear gave it 100?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you had it too. I don't remember what bump you scored it, but you gave it a pretty.
Yeah, I was probably if I was scoring it in the 100 range, it would probably have been. I was probably up there in like the 94 to 96. I would say.
Yeah, but yeah, for me, I'm like, it's got everything. Like sipping on it, like what is that? And I looked at the bottom, I'm like, duh, maple. Like I'm getting a maple too. So. Yeah, outstanding.
Ooh.
Wee.
Carbonation.
None. None in the neck.
I'm just gonna put together a whole video of me just freezing due to congestion and be like, carbonate, not congestion. Whatever it is when you're frozen because you have to burp.
When you're frozen because you have to burp.
Bobby's like, what's going on? Yeah, whatever you would call the fact that, you're bloated and you're like, ugh.
That'll be in about an hour after the 3 years.
That's the I might have to use the bathroom.
Mhm. Oh, this is the guaranteed bathroom run in about an hour.
Okay, all right. Let's steer clear. There you go.
Bloat.
Yeah, sipping on this. Like,
you know what that sounds like? Carbonation.
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 It sounds like an upside down fart.
It's a fancy way of making something
Never heard that.
fancy.
Oh, I'm gonna have to steal that. I'm sorry. Next time someone burps, I'll be like, sounds like an upside down fart.
Unreal.
It is. That's great.
I said it's a fancy way of making something fancy. Okay,
That
really
was
come to an end. Just kidding.
I know you're trying to show off my new hair. I don't know. I don't like it, but you know the best thing about hair? It grows back.
This is true.
That does look really good. I haven't had a saison in a while.
It is actually very good. I do like it. Once you
I know where I can get saisons. I need to pick more of them up because I do. It's a style that I really, really enjoy.
It's
Good job.
definitely opened up a lot more. I'm getting more of the coriander spice, the breadiness that I don't know. I'm getting a banana note. Definitely getting banana on this. It's like a citrusy, fruity,
Banana,
sour, lemon, lime.
Did you get any like black pepper notes or anything like that out of it?
See, when I think about the spice, though, it just steers me towards like the coriander.
Yeah, coriander can kind of have a black peppery lemon. It's kind of what coriander gives off is black pepper and lemon.
Yeah. Like I said, it's so like Blue Moon or like the Belgian whites or like the wheat beers and stuff, those typically have like that strong dominant coriander. Isn't it coriander too though?
Yeah, but the Belgian wits like have,
like Blue Moon in general is like super coriander.
Coriander.
Yeah.
Citrus.
You think clove? Oh, I always associated Blue Moon with coriander. I could be wrong though. I don't know.
Blue Moon has orange peel in it.
Yeah.
And coriander though.
Yeah.
You typically like a wit beer they might put like grains of paradise.
Everything is a lie.
But they usually put like some type of zest in there too, like an orange or lemon zest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be a better sharing beer because of the acidity, but it is pretty dang good. The nose. So if we were basing this off of like our examination, I would say I like the nose over the palate, but the palate isn't bad. You just got to be able to withstand that kind of tart.
I'd like to nose what you're talking about.
It's very like sour warhead acidity. It's pretty intense. Like the powder off the warheads, it's pretty intense. And it's only taking a little sip. But I feel like the age I was gonna say, no, maybe it's not too intense sour. No, it's sour. I think it's just because I'm kind of getting used to it. But yeah, it's held up pretty good. Very drinkable. Just would be, I think personally, a better sharing beer. something that I would like bring over to kind of drink with bumpy or something. But yeah, they did a pretty good job. It's my first time having this brewery. Jolly Pumpkin Artisan Ales, Clementina Saison, a
Nice.
oak aged, can conditioned, wild fruited Saison, 5.5%.
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna go 94.
Nice. That's a good score. First
Yeah.
Saison.
94. I like it. Maybe if they dialed back the acidity just a tad. But when you're drinking something like this, you kind of expect something like you expect that like acidity, you expect that sour. But I did appreciate the coriander note. That was very nice, very reminiscent of like a wheat beer, which is a style that I've been interested in lately. Been really enjoying wheat beers. Been trying to, or the Weiss beers, Heffa Weiss beers.
Mm-hmm.
Is it is a Weiss beer a wheat beer?
Yeah. Yes.
Vice, yeah, that's WEISSE.
Okay. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. Yeah. But
It's German for wheat.
For weed,
94 to 100.
Wheat.
94 to 100.
Yeah. I do like Saisons, and I just thought about it. I'm like, oh, I could convince Ricky to take me up to Davidson's liquor store on Friday because I don't work on Friday. He doesn't work Friday. His kids are out of school. Say, hey, let's go up to Davidson's. Let me buy you a Christmas present. I'll buy you like a nice bottle of beer or a 6-pack or something for Christmas for him. Even though I'm always the one buying the beer for us to drink, but whatever.
Well, yeah. So Weiss beer is white beer
Wit.
or wit. Yeah,
Which stands for wheat.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, Weiss beer is white beer, but a white beer is technically a wheat beer, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they do this? Why are there 4 different? It's like 3 different. There's like 3 different names for a wheat beer,
Mm-hmm.
but they're slightly different, right? I would say like a Hefeweizen.
Well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Hefeweizen, you get the Hefe, which is the yeast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more yeast forward. So it's a yeasty wheat beer.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
Yeah.
really, the yeast complements the real banana and cloviness and stuff like that.
Okay.
Out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The Vitbeers, the wits, they are typically seasoned, with either or. You can have both the grains of paradise, the coriander, and typically some type of like orange peel or zest.
Yeah. Like what's the other popular one? Not Blue Moon.
Allagash.
Allagash, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, Allagash. Isn't there a Harpoon or somebody? Does Guinness make one? I think Guinness makes one too.
I've never seen one made by Guinness,
Maybe I'm thinking of something
but
else.
they could make one. I mean, we don't get every single thing that Guinness makes here in this country. So.
What is this?
I'm sure that
Wide Mouth White Ale, currently unavailable.
yeah, I'm sure that Fox Farm makes one. They probably have one.
Oh yeah, they have a really, really good wheat beer.
Yeah.
I actually,
Alchemist makes one.
I reviewed a really good wheat beer on my channel by Fox Farm. It was their Raise. That was a solid product.
Shilling.
But,
you had Shillings. I brought that over here.
chilling stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
I still need to go to that brewery.
Yeah, you do. In the fall.
That's one that I really want to visit. I want to go to Spyglass too. That would be pretty cool.
Spyglass is awesome. They got good foods there too.
Have you been to Modest Man?
Plenty of parking. I've been to Modest Man once.
Aren't they further
It was
away?
when Dio and Alex were here.
Are they kind of far from you?
It's it's like a 2.5 hour drive.
Yes, yeah.
2 hour drive.
It's about as far as I am from you.
Yeah. It's way up there. You're basically in Vermont, like the top of Vermont.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of
that was most of the drive when I went to Albany. When we did that.
Were you stopped at Modest Man?
No, but I went through Keene, New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
And then into Vermont.
Yeah.
So it's like Keene's like right on the border of Vermont. And then like you cross through, you go up one side of a mountain, down another side of a mountain, around a couple bends, and then you're in New York. Because it was like a 3.5 hour drive for me. Like, a couple hours of that. Just driving through.
I think my drive was like 3 hours too. To Albany. 3.5 maybe.
It's like 3.5 days for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you guys
You don't realize how big this country is until you drive across the country. Like,
yeah,
Jesus
seriously. Oh, I know.
So
it's
big.
crazy too to think me and Beer Man are literally like on the opposite side of each other.
Yeah, that's probably a good 4-day trek if you're.
Beer Man's in Oregon.
Yeah, it's a 4-day drive, but for
literally the other side of the country.
4.5 hour flight. So there you go.
But yeah, it's been fun. 3 beers down, or
3 to
6
go.
beers, 8 beers. How many you reviewed? 2, right, Bumpy?
2 beers, but I'm drinking a whiskey. So.
8 beers, and then we had miscellaneous beer reviews, so 9 beers reviewed tonight.
Yeah,
in less than 2 hours.
Awesome. Let's do some shout-outs. Appreciate you guys showing up, reviewing the beers. You guys are great. Appreciate you all. We can do some shout-outs, and then we'll wrap this up. We'll start with actually we'll just keep it like this. I'll go back to Bumpy. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
We'll be right
back.
Shout
out, Pizza Boy.
Go for it, Bumpy. Cheers.
So shout out to Kettleheads beer and barbecue. Or barbecue and beer. Probably barbecue and beer. Kettleheads barbecue and beer. And that's Kettleheads with a Z at the end. Check out his channel. I actually did a live with him last night. He does a lot of shorts, so subscribing to him and watching his stuff doesn't take a lot out of your day. It's not like a sit down chore if you're actually going to watch a video of mine or something. His are like 10-second shorts, so pretty easy. Unless he does a live, of course. But yeah, I could probably leave a link to his channel. Maybe we'll see. I'll have to go back to this. And as I'm talking about that, I'll talk about my own channel. And I'll say that, see if this works. It looks like Tanner posted it, but it's me. Hopefully you can click on that. The things I got going on my channel, I got some beer reviews coming up. I do have it's a Christmas beer. There was another one from Treehouse. I'm trying to get them because at my going rate, that beer will not land on Christmas. But I'm really trying to get and basically what I'll probably end up doing is skipping that one ahead so that it will actually air on Christmas. It's not like anything special. It's not that I decorate and dress up as Santa Claus or do any special editing. Just it's a Christmas beer, so gotta get them in. But yeah, I'm just putting out some beer reviews, trying at least a couple times a week if I can. Also frozen pizza reviews. Those are where it's at, I guess, on my channel. That's what I get most of my views on, of course. Don't know what my next frozen pizza will be. I have made some changes on that, but just if you haven't watched it before, you won't know unless you watch the other stuff I did. Yeah, I had some requests for certain pizzas. I'm trying to get to those, but it's basically I'm just going in and finding what I can find, and you go to different stores and you find different selections at different stores. So that's that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice, Moby. Cheers.
I
bro.
would like to shout out, and they don't do a whole lot, but they do stuff every once in a while. I don't think many people have talked about them for a while. Four Brewers. So Four Brewers is four brewers that get together and chit chat, kind of have almost like a podcast, video podcast, and talk about brewing and beers and stuff. Pretty good group of guys. I will drop their link here. And you guys like Mariah Carey? Because I got 7 days straight of Mariah Carey 24/7 on my channel, going all you want for Christmas. I'm just kidding. No, I wouldn't do that. My channel this week is just nothing but Christmas starting. Well, actually started this afternoon. So Christmas music reactions between now and the 25th. So, yeah. And I will be doing vlogs down in Arizona. So also shout out to Art by Sparkle, who her and her husband are going to host me for a week, aka kidnap me for a week. So please check in pretty frequently when I'm down there. Just make sure I'm okay. But yeah, check out Art by Sparkle. She's a very lovely lady, very good friend of a lot of us. Cheers.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers, Shadow. That guy's thumbnails are pretty cool.
The Four Brewers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. 4B in a glass. Yeah.
No, he's got like some like pixelated thumbnails where he's just like kind of holding up the can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. But yeah, so shout outs to me. Shout out to you guys for sure for hopping up on the panel here with me tonight. I know it was kind of last minute. It's usually how Rate That Beer kind of ends up being. It's kind of just like last minute beer reviews. I try to do more than one at once. I think it's a lot of fun. Like I said, we got through 9 beer reviews. So if you're anybody out there, if you're fans of beer reviews or if you're interested in trying new products, definitely check out the channel. And, maybe you'll see a beer review on a product that you've been looking at recently, reviewed by one of these guys here. And you'll decide whether or not you want to pick it up. But yeah, definitely a shout out to the chat. Other than the people on the panel. Well, we had miscellaneous earlier. So cheers to miscellaneous. Buddy Cheryl. Commerce Ozzy. Tommy Carroll. Josh. Shout out to Josh. Go check him out.
Mm-hmm.
Said he's going live.
Still your
Go
name
check
of
him
your
out.
show.
Sam Smalley.
Mm-hmm.
Our friend from Australia. Great beer reviewer. Always has a nice wide range of products that are from Australia. It's always good to see people review some stuff from their area. Shout out to Craig, actually, from Kent Beer Reviews. Speaking of beers reviewed from different areas.
Yep.
I have Levi stop by. Cheers, man. Cheers. Square Table Degenerates with Joey. Cheers, bro. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We get a live stream coming up 8:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We're going to be reviewing Bullet Bourbon, so look out for that. It should be a lot of fun. Whoever can get the whiskey, let me know. I'll figure out a way to get you the link, and you can come up and do the examination with us. We do a 6-point category rating system for those examinations. So if you do want to hop on the panel, be ready to really put your mind to the test and have some fun examining a whiskey. Because, you can always buy them and you can always drink them and think about it and talk about it. But when you do this 6-category rating system, it really kind of works your brain and you think about previous products that you had in the past, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, especially when you have other people on the panel to talk about it with. Yeah, other than that, look out for more Rate That Beers. Look out for more beer reviews. I've been putting out some beer reviews. Pretty much all different adult beverages I review on my channel. So yeah. January coming up. I'm gonna try to get more into doing different style videos. I don't want to just keep doing review after review after review. Try to switch it up. I have like my repurchase or pass series that I want to do a lot more of as well. So yeah, just look up for that. Shout outs for other people's channels. Check out Thomas Smells 75, also known as Massachusetts Beer Reviews, also known as Eric. Wildcard Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Check him out for sure. Beer Man, Beer and Cheese Tuesdays, 8 p.m. All spun out 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. his time. Check out Jean H. Pierre, great beer reviewer. Jean Anelli, another great beer reviewer. And who else? We'll throw out one more name. Rod J. Beer Ventures. Check him out as well. So, yeah, thank you guys for stopping by, hanging out, watching the stream, listening to us do some beer reviews. Definitely thanks to the panel. Appreciate you guys. And, yeah, cheers, everyone. If there's anything else you guys like to see on my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my upcoming videos. Like a beer. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.